But when I heard him preaching about the sacredness of democracy and free and fair elections in relation to his neighbor Niger, when I heard him as a saint, like Saint Francis of Assisi, talking about the absolute unacceptability of people coming to power in an African country, other than, by implication, like him, through a pristine election system, I began to look more closely at him. That's when I discovered he was the bagman. Yes, he literally carried a bag of hundreds of thousands of dollars of drug money in Chicago. He should have gone to prison, but instead he just gave the feds the money. Now, okay, that's a common or garden story in Chicago, which in the time of Al Capone and in the time of Joe Biden is a criminal hellhole presided over by Joe Biden's party for the best part of 100 years. It kind of happens.
Where is the lie? How does someone that did not win an election, someone that is a drug dealer, somebody that has no birth certificate to show us, somebody that does not even have any results from any institution to show Nigerians, somebody that never appeared on any presidential debates, somebody that has not proved himself in any manner or form, become the president of a country. Only in Nigeria can that happen. Fully packaged well by the West. They dressed him up well and then presented him to the Nigerian people, and expecting Nigerians to soak it up, to just shut up our mouths and accept it, just like you people accepted Buhari how many years ago? The fake one, I mean, not the original one. We know that the one that ended, just ended this tenure is Jubril of Sudan. It's not the original person. You know, it's terrible. And the worst part of the whole thing is till today, we don't have a tribunal verdict date. They have not said this is the day that we are going to know the verdict of these court proceedings. By now, we're supposed to have known. This is like, what is today's date? This is like the second week of August. 2 more weeks, the month has finished, and we still don't have a verdict. Wait till you not still they look. What else are you still checking? The man has absolutely nothing to offer. Absolutely nothing to show that he won the election. And you're still checking. We know that those judges are in his pockets. Not only are those judges in the pocket of Tinubu, those judges are in the pocket of the West, because they are the ones that are behind this whole grand scheme. We need to look at things from a larger perspective outside of the box. The West are behind what's going on in Nigeria. They're behind, they stand to gain a lot, because they can only thrive in Africa if Africa is corrupt. If Africa is not corrupt, the West cannot thrive. All these resources that they've been stealing from us, all of that will come to an end. And then their country cannot function, because most Africans will now emigrate back to Africa. And then they will start suffering. They will now be the ones looking for visa to come and work in Nigeria. Do you not see where all of this is heading to? It's only God that will help this country. The corruption level is outstanding. It is unbelievable. I don't even have the adjectives for it. Can you just imagine Tinubu? And this is why during that election, he was so arrogant. Even in his statements, things he says, he appeared only on channels. He didn't make sure he didn't attend Arise television, because Rufai will grill him. They will ask him questions that he can't answer. They will always package him before he will come out for any public outing. I'm not, trying to make a mockery of his health or anything like that. But the truth of the matter is that he did not win the election. He stole the election. He stole our mandates. And I don't think that Nigerians will take it lightly this time, and we should not take it lightly this time, because guess what? Our futures are in the line. Our futures are on the line on this occasion. This whole thing is affecting everybody. Look at how expensive things are now since they removed this subsidy. A dollar to pound sterling, a naira to pound sterling is almost 1,300 naira now to one pound. 1,300 naira to 1 pound. Can you imagine the hyperinflation? To buy a loaf of bread in Nigeria now, I don't know how much it is. Most likely more than 100, maybe more than 500 naira by now, obviously. You know? And the thing that hurts me the most in all these things going on is the what is it called? Lack of empathy. Yeah? Lack of empathy that we see from so-called public office holders like the senators that will be dashing money around amongst themselves, sharing money. Senate president, they say he bought 4 fleets of new Lexus cars worth billions in this hardship. That's so. You see this current Senate president, I don't have the words for him. But if he's not careful, he will answer to Nigerians before the end of his tenure. I'm telling you that. That man is a thief. And it takes a thief to appoint a thief. Tinubu brought him there because he's his fellow thief. All of them are the same. They are in the same box, of the same cloth, best of the same feather. You know? He's just rewarding everybody that helped him to steal the mandate. Everyone that helped him to steal the mandate, including Wike. Wike will still answer to Nigerians. Not only that, he will answer to God as well. Because that one is even, his own is even the worst. His own is even the worst. I will not be a minister. Can never be a minister. Now, you are running to Aso Rock to go and become a minister. But at the end of the day, he's running to Aso Rock to become a Nigeria's minister. The same thing with El-Rufai. There's an issue going on between Tinubu and El-Rufai. It's like when Tinubu, APC wanted to present Tinubu, El-Rufai, it's like he was one of those people that opposed Tinubu's candidacy as APC's flag bearer for presidential candidate. And now that Tinubu has become the president of Nigeria, he remembered what El-Rufai did to him, and he wants to get back at him by making sure that they don't pick him for that ministerial position. I think they kind of started scrutinizing his nomination and looking into a lot of things, and that made El-Rufai very upset. Because one thing with that little man, and I call him a little man because he's a little man, he's a little, very short man. I think he's probably about 5 feet tall. 5 feet, but he's a very wicked and evil man. Very wicked and evil. He hates Christians and he will go to hell for it. You better believe it. He has persecuted Christians in Nigeria, killed many, responsible for the death of many Christians in Kaduna, and God will not forgive him for that. So when I'm saying what I'm saying, I know what I'm saying. He's a wicked and evil man. Because El-Rufai was not happy about how Tinubu treated his nomination, he didn't want to feel insulted further. He now withdrew his nomination as ministerial candidate. And that is even fine and good. He claims that he has a doctorate degree to pursue in, which country is that, self? One, I think, is in America. He has a doctorate degree to pursue. So now, on our right television, they were now discussing Rufai and Ruben and the rest of them. Oh, you know that you have a doctorate degree to pursue. Why then did you allow yourself to be nominated as a so-called minister of the Federal Republic? Why didn't you turn it down from the very beginning? It means you guys don't even go and ask questions. You guys just throw in and out people's names without even knowing whether that person is capable, whether that person is available, whether that person is engaged, whether that person is able to carry out the task. Anyway, that is Nigeria for you. They never get anything right. Please follow this channel, like our videos, subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.